Hey guys, welcome back to this week's episode of Video Game Expedition. Alright, so this week I went to a couple places over the past week. Unfortunately, yard sale season's coming to an end. Flea market season's coming to an end. So I'm going to have to find other things to go and do. I'm thinking that I'm going to start hitting up more pawn shops to try to catch deals. And searching the video game stores around me that I've never been to. There's a lot of them. I usually only buy my stuff online when I was looking for something special. But now that I'm kind of collecting more and more, I probably should visit these places and find out what I should be looking for. Alright, so this week I hit a couple thrift stores. One that I've never been to and I only found because I was driving somewhere else. And I ended up going by it. And it was a pretty large one. So, let's hit up our first place. Alright, so Salvation Army. I've never seen this family store before, but I was at the beach and I was coming down a different road to go get some ice cream at a new place I found on Google Maps, and I happened to drive past this. As you can see, they had a large section room right here of all their books and media. It was kind of weird. They had all their movies in plastic bags, tons of VHS tapes. I've been to a couple family thrift stores from Salvation Army, and they're usually kind of dirty looking, kind of old. This one looked very modern, very new, almost retail store. As you can see, everything was just sitting here in bags. They had an electronics section, but it wasn't much to be found. Right now you're seeing that I'm doing a quick overview of the store from the back corner. This store is large. They had tons of furniture, tons of everything. But it was very limited on video games. I thought I didn't find anything at first until I went back into the movie room. And then here I go. I found 3 video games. That's it. So I don't know if a place like this sells their games online or something. But yeah, that place was huge. I was kind of surprised that they had all this stuff, but nothing on video games. So it was a little, it was a nice find that didn't find me anything good inside the store. But now I know of another thrift store that's out by the beach that I like to go to. I like to know where all these stores are because if I'm already driving to one place, what's the harm of taking 5 minutes out of my way, stop in the thrift store, run in for about 5 or 10 minutes, and then go on to my location. This way it kind of adds to my trip. It breaks up the drive and gives me more chance of finding things without really wasting gas because I was already going by it anyways. So, a new location. That's what I got from it. I'm happy about that. I wish I would have had a couple more games of something that I wanted, but it is interesting that they bag everything. They take that time. So I'm thinking they must sell their good stuff online. I'm going to have to look into that. Alright, so let's hit up our next place. This place, I would say, was another find that I knew about, but it was always closed whenever I came back from the beach because it closed at 5. This one happened to be open, and this was a really old school thrift store. Very small. Like you see right here, they just threw their toys in a bag. They wanted 50 cents for that bag. It was a bunch of toys from the from McDonald's, I think, from the early 90s, for Aladdin, the Flintstones, Fraggle Rock, Pinky and the Brain. So yeah, that was a good little find. I actually kept a couple of the toys. Right now they're upstairs, so I won't be able to show them to you. But yeah, this was a great find. They did have a couple games there. Star Wars for the PC and Myst 2. I forget how you pronounce it. Raven or Reven. You can see those in my pickup videos. Alright, so that was a nice little find. I'm glad I found that store. I've always wanted to go into it. Really old school style thrift store. All the clothes were $2 a piece. A couple things marked up. Toys were cheap. Movies were cheap. Everything was a cheap price. They didn't have a lot of things I was looking for, but it's another good place that I like to know about. So when I come back, stop in. Those toys may not have been a big deal, but they're a nice little find, cool things that I like, and they were cheap. It was $1. The games, the PC games that I found, $1 a piece. I couldn't beat that. All right, so the next place we head on to is another Goodwill. This one I go to a lot, but you got to check them every week because they're always getting new inventory. So let's hit this place up. So as you can see here, they had some games, some Wiis, some Genesis. They're starting to put more of their games in the cases, but they're putting just as many games on the shelf as there are in the cases. And, I don't know. Not too much going on there. A lot of accessories here. Nothing I was interested in. So, let's take the walk to the DVD rack. See if there's anything hidden away that they forgot to put up in their shelves. This wasn't a big day. There wasn't too much. But, story of a game hunter, half the time, 90% of the time, you're not finding anything you want. But it's that one time you find something and it makes you happy. That's what I love about thrift stores, because you never know what you're going to find. And when you do find it, it's like a kid on Easter. You get yourself your Easter egg and a candy. Man, the electronics section they had here was emptied. But these Wii boards keep popping up. Other than that, there was nothing. So that was the thrift store for Goodwill. Wasn't a big find at all. Nothing exciting. Anything. So, another miss. But I found books that I like, stuff like that. So it's not... I'm looking for more than just video games when I'm at thrift stores. But the games are my really big find. The other reason why I pick up other stuff is because if I'm going to be there, I might as well look for other things. Because more often than not, every time I go, I'll find something that I like. Now, for video game hunting, that's not the case. But because I look for more than just video games, every time I walk into a store, there's something that I like. So that's always fun. This way, I'm not always leaving empty-handed. All right, so one more stop on this trip for the week. If you remember from my last week, I told you that I saw NES games at the last minute that I didn't get on film. Well, apparently, they're still here. So, let's check them out. So, as you can see, some NES games. I got a little bit more brave this time, and I just took the camera out and filmed right away. They were okay games. Operation Wolf, Kung Fu, Bugs Bunny in the Castle, but nothing too major. But at least they had them. Now, they had a very large section of video games. There was a little bit of everything. As you can see here, they had a bunch of stuff all over the place. I forgot to pick that up. I wanted that game. Oh, well, maybe it'll be there next time. Infamous 2. I love playing that game. It was fun. So, this place was actually a pretty good hit. They had a couple games. A lot of my games that I picked up for my pickups video, you'll see from this place. Yeah. Just another good old day at Goodwill. You can't help but, pick up every single thing, especially if they're hidden. You just want to see what people have looked at. Maybe that someone forgot to pick up something good. Yeah, so when I moved over to the electronics section, I did find two cool things. Joystick controller for the PC. I just like looking at them. They remind me of being a kid and always seeing computer games, thinking, oh, those look so cool. I wish I had a computer that could run games like that. But I was more of a console gamer because I like things just to plug in and work. That's why I've never been towards computers. I always loved the way the controllers looked. I love checking them out. It just reminded me of the past a little bit right there. Nothing too much faring over here. Didn't find anything other than this stuff. So, it was a trip. This pretty much ends my search for the week. And, it brought the things that I was looking for. Some games, some fun searching. I picked up tons of manga there. I picked up probably 50 or 60 mangas. So I did find other things I was looking for. So it was a good day at that Goodwill. So overall, the past week's been okay for not having any yard sales or flea markets to head up to. I am hoping to get to the very last flea market around me that's going to be open this weekend. I think this coming week's the last one to end out October. So hopefully that adds a little bit more finds. I will be looking for new ways to look in. So let's go and offer up. I may add those videos in while I search those websites and show you some of the things that I might be finding on there, as well as, you know, hitting up more pawn shops and video game stores local around me. So guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for checking out my videos. Leave any comments on your advice of a good way to game search. And you guys have a good day gaming. Share this video, likes, bells, watch my other videos, and, you know, have a good night. Alright guys, see you.